6A version of the 18th annual 2019 Rio Grande Valley Volleyball Showcase, featuring the East and West All-Star teams, put on by the Texas Association of Sports Officials Volleyball, tip of Texas. I appreciate you joining in for the broadcast. Got the announcing of the two teams. Let's see if we can pick up the PA announcer, Mario Reyna.
Number 4 from Harlingen High School, Elaine Colorado. Gonzalez, number 6 from Brazil, Gio Golay from Los Angeles High School. Number 7, Lisa Guzman from Western East High School. From Harlingen High School, number 7, Alexandria Ramirez. From San Diego High School, number 8, Haley Rodriguez. From Western East High School, number 9, Liz Munoz. From Western High School, number 9, Jasmine Sainz. From San Diego High School, number 10, Isabel Sorio. From Rancho High School, number 11, Rebecca Schlager. From Harlingen South, number 23, Evelyn Yanes. And coaching the East 6A All-Stars for Pleasantville East High School, Coach Axel Lyon. And now introducing the 6A West All-Stars. Let's begin by number 1 from Macallan High School, Lexi Gonzalez. From Memorial High School, number 2, Macy Henderson. From PSA High School, number 2, Vida Real. Number 3, Katia Palacios from PSA High School. Number 4, Victoria Fuentes, PSA High School. From Macallan Memorial High School, number 5, Cindy Barber. From Mission High School, number 5, Leslie Oscar. From Edward Mella High School, number 7, Denise Manuel. From La Jolla High School, number 7, Daisy Villarreal. From Edward North High School, number 8, Jessica Breyer. From Edward Benavides, number 13, Isabel Arroyo. From Edward Mella High School, number 13, Rebecca Cavazos. From Macallan Memorial High School, number 14, Debbie Banks. From PSK North High School, number 15, Amelia Guerrero. And our coaches for the 6A West from Macallan Memorial High School, Ashley Doffin. And from PSK High School, Caroline Boyad. At this time, will everybody please rise for
And we'll have the opening serve coming up at the Class 6 level right after this.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Lagoon.
We're back here on Rio Sports Live, and we do appreciate you joining in for our broadcast as we are coming to you from McCallum Memorial High School. Our final broadcast of high school volleyball for this year. We started it all in the summer months back in Donna. We ventured from Donna into Edinburgh to cover all the preseason volleyball action. Then we picked up the regular season across the Rio Grande Valley, into Laredo, into South San Antonio, into Corpus Christi. And we followed all the way to San Antonio in the regional tournament. Participants, McAllen and McAllen Memorial, both made their way. And here we are to wrap up the season with the All-Star game put on by the TASO officials here at McAllen Memorial. This 6A All-Star game features players from schools on Los Fresnos, Donna North, Harlingen, Brownsville Hanna, Westaco East, San Benito, Brownsville Hanna, Harlingen South, Westaco East, Mac High, McAllen Memorial, PSJA, Mission, Edinburgh Vela, La Jolla, Edinburgh North. Also here, represented here.
So thank you, Mr. Joe Bodie. How about a round of applause for Joe Bodie out there?
And the record-sizing Rudy Zamaripa Jr. on the camera right now on Rio Sports Live here at the gym. We'll have the opening serve coming up here between these two powerhouses, and I'm telling you, there is firepower to say the least as they make their way to the center net. On the west side, you've combined McAllen Memorial. That alone is two regional semifinalists represented here on this floor, and they've got assistance from the likes of players from Mission, from La Jolla, from Edinburgh Economides, from PSJA North. On the other side, you got a Los Fresnos, the weaponry of Clarissa Escobar, Jasmine Garcia, Giovanni Godoy, matched up with Brownsville Hanna's Odalis Gonzalez. Evelyn Yanes out of Harlingen South. Just some down the line big hitters represented here in this matchup. The East All-Stars will be in the blue uniforms with the white trim, and the West All-Stars in the red trim, or red uniforms with the white trim. We had the sub-5A games earlier today, and that was captured by the East squad. The West was dominated on the 5A side. And here we'll have the rubber game, I guess, for the bragging rights, East or West, who's got the better volleyball players this year in the Rio Grande Valley. Clarissa Escobar from Los Fresnos will be serving to start this game. For the East All-Stars. We'll see what the West All-Stars bring. Already I see they have Demi Banks on the front row, Lexi Gonzalez on the back row. Glennis Maldonado of Edinburgh Vela also in the game to start this show. And we're ready to go with the first serve of the Class 6 All-Star game. It's a cross played by the West All-Stars. They'll set it up on the left side. Banks punches that over. Played by the East. Escobar sets it up in the center. Pressed over by Garcia. Ball back over on the left-hand side. That's hit by Maldonado. Off the block, though. Point scored by the East All-Stars. They go up 1-0. Critical for the East All-Stars to challenge these hits. You know the hitters are there on the west side. In that case, they were able to score the point. Serve across. Played by Gonzalez with a pass. They'll set up Banks on the left side. Back corner. Tie game, one apiece. Demi Banks out of McAllen Memorial with the kill. Quick serve by Maldonado. A near ace played by Rodriguez on the back row. Haley Rodriguez of San Benito got a hand on that. Nothing doing. Point scored for the West, and they go up 2-1. And it's Maldonado. Edinburgh Vela represented on her serve. That's down the line. Punched over. Point scored by the East and ties it at 2 apiece. Fans, if you're watching on our social media, on our Facebook side, please share the link. Try to help get the word out to other fans. I know on a Sunday we're going right up against the Cowboys right now. So help share the link to other fans who may not know this game's going on.
Let's go, why not?
Serve across for the East All-Stars. We're all tied up at 2 apiece here in game 1. Each game goes to 25 through the first 4. If we get to game 5, which was the case as a point scored there by the West All-Stars. We did get to game 5 in that sub 5A. And that's just a simple race to 15. No win by 2. Served by the West All-Stars, played by the East. Escobar now the setter, sets it left-hand side, punched up in the air. Nice dig that time by Rebecca Cavazos back there for Edinburgh Vela. Right side spike off the block at the point on a kill by Odalis Gonzalez out of Brownsville Hannah. Ties the game at 3 apiece. You've got Gonzalez, you've got Garcia. Right now Munoz is in the game. That's Arlise Munoz out of Wesco East. All capable hitters on the floor for the East All-Stars. Again, they can match the firepower. Spike across that time, it's down to the point. The scoreboards broke here in the gym during the first game. So we're at the mercy of the scorer's table, but they have the score facing them. So we do our best just to keep track of this on our scoreboard. Lexi Gonzalez tips that over, a diving play on the back row. Nice play by Escobar of Los Fresnos, and a point scored for the West. On a hit by Demi Banks. Banks rotates back to serve. That means Victoria Fuentes out of PSJA will rotate in on the front row. Banks' serve is down. Giannis there. That goes out of bounds. Evelyn Giannis out of Harlingen South couldn't handle that off the serve by Demi Banks. Banks to serve again for the West All-Stars. Jump serve this time with some pace. Played forward. East All-Stars will get it in position for Gonzalez. Puts it over. Played by the West from the back row. Cavazos is there to hit that over. Rebecca Cavazos out of Edinburgh Vela. Ball back over. Cavazos there to pass it. The high set. Lexi Gonzalez reaches back. Nice dig at the net. Another hit. This time ball in the line again. And a point scored by the West. That's your indicator right there. Fuentes was there. Gonzalez was there. Just the firepower. The shots keep coming. You got to keep them in play. Ball in the net on the service there. Sends the East All-Stars back to serve. Trailing by a few points here out of the gate. Gonzalez puts that over. A high set left side for Fuentes. Tips it over. Nobody back there to cover. An easy point for the West All-Stars. You get so wrapped up in being back there with those big hitters coming at you. That is a classic case there. We're just an opening, wide open between the front row and the back. Guzman tips that over this time. That's Brisa Guzman out of Wesco East. Ball at the center, punched over by Munoz. Played by the West All-Stars. Set it up left-hand side. Spiked over. Good play by the East to keep that one alive. Punch right back at him, and a point scored. Maldonado finds a spot. Glennis Maldonado. Had fun covering her games over the years. Glennis Maldonado. These are some names that we were calling throughout the summer as we were covering those preseason stuff. Well, a serve goes in the net there. The East scores. And Slater back to serve. Rebecca Slaughter back to serve from Brownsville Hannah. Gets that over, short serve. Lexi Gonzalez with a pass. A high set center. Fuentes has it blocked back at her by Maldonado. Ball back over, and Munoz was there for a moment. Isabel Soria and also Arlise Munoz were on the front row for the East All-Star. West up early, 10-5. Serve across, played by the East All-Stars up near the net, punched in the net. Easy point scored for the West. West All-Stars are coached by McAllen Memorial's Ashley Doffing and PSJA Coach Carolyn Cuellar. East is coached by Wesco East Axel Valier. Ball on the right side off a double block. That's going to be 4 hits. They'll say that hit the net. There were 2 blockers in position for the West All-Stars. And now they'll serve, up by 7. Keeper serve played. Forward with a nice set across the net. Spiked over and a point score for the East All-Stars. Gonzalez on the kill that time. Just found the right spot. Haley Rodriguez now from San Benito back to serve for the East All-Stars. Deep serve to the back corner. Played forward, a quick set. Spiked over by Flores. Played by the East All-Stars off the net. Ball back over. Gonzalez to pass, the high set center. Spiked again, another dig by the East All-Stars, and they score the point right back at you. Defense turned to offense in the flip of a switch. Back to serve is the East All-Stars. They'll get it across. West on the return to serve. High set, back set, spanking it across. That's an easy point for the West All-Stars. They go up 6 as Glennis Maldonado was able to put that away. Victoria Fuentes from PSJA back to serve. Former Lady Bear just gets that over. And as the ace is served up, West now leads by 7. Some miscommunication that time. The West All-Stars were still trying to run off the floor to get the right rotation in place. Another serve by Victoria Fuentes. A deep serve, that carries out of bounds. East All-Stars are down by 6. Get a chance to serve. They're waiting to see if there's a substitution. You could substitute free will off of these benches and not hurt the level of play at all. It's just that strong. Back to service, Clarissa Escobar out of Los Fresnos for the East All-Stars. Escobar puts it across in the back corner. Punch forward by Maldonado. They'll back set her. Hitting the net though. Point scored for the East All-Stars. 5-point game. Reminding you fans, we've got high school basketball coverage tomorrow night from Rio Hondo as Harlingen South travels to take on the Bobcats of Rio Hondo. That's boys basketball action. Maldonado races across, punches that over. Played by East. Back on the west side. Gonzalez the pass, a quick set, and Demi Banks back on the front row. Punches that a couple of times. Covered by the East All-Stars, playing defense. Maldonado punches that over. East. Gonzalez sets it up center. Garcia couldn't put it away. She turns, hits it again to the back corner. Played by the West All-Stars, set up Maldonado again. Diving play, and the defense just couldn't keep up the pace, and the West All-Stars score. All-Stars of the West. Jump serve across. Played by the East, a quick set for Garcia, tips it over. Gonzalez is there, they'll quickly back set it right side. Escobar there to dig that, but in the net called. And a point scored for the West All-Stars. Maldonado serves again, a short serve this time. Played by the East, set it up for Coronado, and in the net it goes. That's Elaine Coronado out of Harlingen on that kill attempt. West to serve again, Maldonado puts it over. They'll set it up on the cross set, off the block. Punch back over on the west side. Second hit over, Garcia's there to help out. Nobody there to cover that though. Ball falls and a point scored by the West All-Stars. 8-point lead for the West All-Stars. We're at this Class 6 All-Star game in McCallum Memorial. Garcia punches that over. Played by the West. A back set for Lexi Gonzalez. Reaches back. Slaughter's there to cover that and score the point for the East. Good defense that time by Rebecca Slaughter, the Brownsville Hannah product. East All-Stars down by 7 will now serve. Giannis to serve it up. Evelyn Giannis out of Harlingen South. And a ace is served up to make it 18-12. West All-Stars struggled to get that return of serve going. Giannis to serve again.
Let's go on pass.
Deep serve back in the back row, played by the West. Set it up quickly on a back set right side. That's blocked but out of bounds. Point scored by the West. West All-Stars up 19-12. Back to serve. Sydney Marburger out of McAllen Memorial. Puts that over, that's an ace. Sydney Marburger serves up an ace for the West All-Stars. And she'll be serving again. For the jump serve, gets that just across, nearly served another ace. Giannis is there, gets it now over on the West side, and miscommunication, point scored by the East. That happens at occasion on these all-star teams. So many players are used to having that teammate that they know is going to be in a position to get a ball like that. And while they can get there, they're just not accustomed to having to. Banks reaches back, puts that in the net. Point scored by the East All-Stars. Tuesday, we have basketball games coming your way as well. On the boys' side, the Los Fresnos Falcons travel to Pioneer. That should be a good one. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week. We're just down the road from here at Nicky Rowe. Lexi Gonzalez puts that one down. It'll be the City of Palms basketball tournament on the boys' side. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Demi Banks back to serve for the West All-Stars. Jump serve across. Good dig that time by the East All-Stars. Set up Gonzalez. That's off the block. Punts by Banks. Set up to Gonzalez. Lexi Gonzalez. That's blocked. Covered though nicely. East will try to set it up on a center set. Spiked over that time. Ball stays alive, and then Lexi Gonzalez brings the thunder. That went from a 50-50 ball to Lexi Gonzalez said this rally ends here. Ball served across in the net by Demi Banks, and a service error gives the point to the East All-Stars. Gonzalez will check out of the game for the East All-Stars. And entering into serve is Jasmine Sines from Westlaco. Puts it across. Played by the West All-Stars. Across the net. That's spiked down by Fuentes, who's rotated back front side. Fuentes now on the front row. Maldonado who checks back in for the West All-Stars. Lexi Gonzalez serves. Played by the East All-Stars, the center set. Tipped over by Munoz. Played up high. This is Maldonado. Spikes it. Covered nicely by the East All-Stars. Haley Rodriguez back there on the defense. Rodriguez again digs that. Set it up. A good set this time. That may be off the tip. It is. That's a point scored. Off the blockers, and the East All-Stars are able to score. Slaughter back to serve now. Rebecca Schlatter out of Brownsville, Hannah. Gonzalez has it, sets it up. That's Fuentes, and the net it goes. A point scored by the East. So the East hanging around, sticking within between 4 and 8 points apart. Sometime they're going to have to just draw that line and come back. Maldonado puts that one down. Glynis Maldonado, another kill. Back to serve is Katia Cavazos out of PSJA. Cavazos serves it up with some pace. That's an ace by Cavazos. Now serving to take game one are the West All-Stars. Cavazos, again, Lady Bear from PSJA. That's a deep serve out of bounds. She got on top of that first one, able to carry it down for that ace. Rodriguez steps to the line. Haley Rodriguez out of San Benito to serve it up for the East All-Stars. Gets it across, played by the West. Passes off the net. Free ball coming up for the East. This is a rarity. You got to take advantage of these. Back set right side. Blocked off the kill. Point West, they win game one, 25-18. Game two continues as we continue our coverage of the 2019 Rio Grande Valley Volleyball Showcase, featuring the East and West All-Stars, put on by the Texas Association of the Sports Officials Volleyball Tip of Texas chapter. I'm Joe Bowling with Rudy Zamaripa Jr. on the camera. Back with game two after this.
The home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Fort Mansfield, Texas.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Back here as we get set for game two of this best of five. The West All-Stars in the red uniforms with the white trim leading after winning game one, 25-18. Coverage of high school basketball gets back to work tomorrow. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of this week coming up. Coupled with the broadcast here. Seven consecutive days left in our 12-day span in which we're covering games across the board. Serve over, and that's an ace to start off game two by the West All-Stars. Macy Henderson served up the ace. And she'll serve again now. Henderson serves up another. Jump serve across. Played by the East, spiked by Gonzalez. Off the block, point scored by the West. Henderson serves it again. This one's in the net. Point scored by the East. And now back to serve is Gio Godoy for the East All-Stars. Godoy serves a deep serve. Henderson's there. High set in the middle. That's too strong. Out of bounds. It carries out. Point to East. Michaela Guerrero now on the front row for PSJA North, playing for the East. Now set Guerrero, spikes it over. Played by the East All-Stars, a center set this time. Spiked down and in on the back row. Tie game. 3-3 your score. Next serve coming across for the East All-Stars. Played by Arguello. Arguello. Pass to Jessica Dreyer. That's Edinburgh North, Jessica Dreyer. Arguello, Edinburgh Economides. East with the lead, 4-3. They'll serve again. Deeper serve this time, carries out of bounds. All tied at 4 apiece. West All-Stars won the first game. That's a diving play to keep it alive for the East. Ramirez there to get it over. Back set Tipped over by Guerrero, and that's a point score for the West All-Stars. Michele Guerrero out of PSJA North able to score that point. Villarreal back to serve. Daisy Villarreal out of La Jolla. Gets it a deep serve that carries out of bounds. Tie game at 5 apiece. Haley Rodriguez strolls back to serve for the East All-Stars. Rodriguez is ready. The jump serve gets it across, punched up in the air. That was probably going out. Points scored on the ace for the East All-Stars. Started our coverage this morning with our games. 10 o'clock with our first game, or 12 o'clock. 12, 2, and 4. The 3 games here on our broadcast. That's punched across by the West All-Stars, and it ties the game at 6 apiece. Not hearing the big thunderous hits right now coming from these two teams. They can bring it. Give credit to the servers right now, keeping everybody off pace. Once that back row starts getting those passes on the money, you may see some fireworks between these two teams. East All-Stars with a chance. Ramirez puts it to the center. Gonzalez over. Marburger with a jump set. Puts it over on the second hit. Scores the point for the West. Sydney Marburger. That terrific vision. Timeout called by the East. West leads. Game 2 continues after this.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Rebecca Cavazos serves up an ace out of the timeout for the West All-Stars. And she'll be ready to serve again out of Edinburgh. Vela puts that across, played by the East All-Stars. That's in the net. Another point for the West. If you're the East, you have to be real careful here. You fell in game 1. You let this team get on a roll, you'll be staring at a much bigger hill to climb than what you want to be in. Signs with a pass to the back row. Henderson's there to play it. Cavazos with a set for Lexi Gonzalez. Nice play on the back row defense by the East, but then 2 hits is called after the pass. Another point for the West. Cavazos will serve again. Gets that one over. That's played on the back row by the East. Free ball coming up now. Henderson the pass. Cavazos the set. Gonzalez the kill. Down it goes. Lexi Gonzalez. Clear-cut path, and that ball nearly straight down. Serve across. That's an ace served up by the West. West All-Stars on top now by 6. And still serving is Cavazos. Rebecca Cavazos puts it over. Good pass this time. Signs with a set. Nobody there for the hit. West on the back tap. Headed over on the second hit. East on the attack with a back set. That's blocked back at you. Point scored. Double block that time. Arguello was there, and Gonzalez for the West All-Stars. Arguello out of Edinburgh Economides. Lexi Gonzalez out of Mac High. Serve over, played by the East All-Stars. They can't dig that out of the net. And now the West is extended to an 8-point lead, and Cavazos continues to serve. Good rotation for her serving, then she carries one out of bounds. Substitution in the game. Clarissa Escobar checks in from Los Fresnos. She'll be serving for the East All-Stars. And she serves up an ace. 14-8 game. Escobar ready to serve again. Gets that one across. Punch forward, they'll set up Lexi Gonzalez. Tips it down and in. Another point for Lexi Gonzalez on the kill. And that one didn't require the big hit, the monster swing. It was just a well-placed, unobstructed view to get that kill. West All-Stars on top by 7, serving. East All-Stars on the pass, carry it over, and Marburger's there to easily put it away. Sydney Marburger on the kill to finish that off. And now the West All-Stars have doubled up the East. Villarreal ready to serve again. This is Vivica Villarreal out of PSJA. Jump serve, got it across, and serves up the ace. Nine-point lead now for the West All-Stars. Next serve coming up for Villarreal. Another short serve, this time a better pass. Back set right side, spiked across on the angle. Played by the West All-Stars. Marburger punches that over, but did not clear the baton. And a point scored by the East All-Stars. Now substituted in as Evelyn Giannis returns to the game. She'll serve for the East All-Stars. Giannis puts it in play. Ball up near the net. Set it up for Demi Banks, who rotated in now on the front row. That was covered by the East. West trying to set it up on the attack. Lexi Gonzalez swings away. Back row there as Giannis is there to dig that out. Ball back on the West side. Diving play by Villarreal keeps this one in play. A good rally going between these two teams here. High set center. Garcia just misses on the hit. Point by the West. Defense was in position to rule the day on that rally. Lexi Gonzalez rotates back to serve now for the West All-Stars. Gets it across, played by the East. At the net, Garcia puts it over. That carries out of bounds. The opening was there on the sideline. Jasmine Garcia just missing. Another serve coming up for Lexi Gonzalez with a jump serve with pace. Down, that's an ace, and a 20-9 lead. Lexi will be, well, she's already been involved in soccer action. They'll be starting their official season. They've already had scrimmages. There's another ace served up by Lexi Gonzalez. Mackay girls soccer team will be one of the better teams again this year. And she'll be at the in the goal crease. A near unstoppable force there. Serves up another ace. And the West All-Stars extend the lead here in game number 2. Gonzalez ready to serve again. This time a return of serve by the East. Gets the ball over. Gonzalez on the pass. Cavazos the quick set. Banks tries to put it away. East recovers. Set up Garcia. Two hands it over. Gonzalez to Cavazos. This time left side. Ball blocked off another kill attempt. Back set. Same spot. Blocked again. Ball still alive. Point scored by the East. Well, that's just a wall of defense there at the line or at the net for the East All-Stars. Garcia now will rotate out of the game. We'll see who takes the place of Jasmine Garcia for net protection. Haley Rodriguez back to serve for the East All-Stars. Rodriguez gets that over. Deeper serve played by Marburger for the West. Back row set this time for Gonzalez. Good dig that time in the back row by the East All-Stars. That's off the net. Ball alive. Played on the west side. Nothing doing. They went for Guerrero over there. Michaela Guerrero, no way could she have got to that ball with any position to hit it for the hope of getting it over. East All-Stars score the point. They'll serve again. A deep serve. Lexi Gonzalez with the pass. Cavazos the high set for Banks. Good dig again by the East All-Stars. That's going to be a lift, though, after the pass. So the West up a dozen points, 2 away from capturing game 2 here. And Dreyer, Jessica Dreyer from Edinburgh North in to serve. Short serve down the line, diving play over there by the East All-Stars. Evelyn Giannis. Big swing that time by the West. Giannis is right there again to play it for the East All-Stars. Got it over, got the point. Haley Rodriguez with the help. Giannis and Rodriguez, there's 2 players that it's tough to get a ball down when they're around. That serve goes out of bounds, and the West All-Stars are now serving at game point. Demi Banks rotates back to the service line. Banks is ready to go. Gets it across. Played by the East All-Stars. Center set, tipped over the blockers. Points not scored. That's pancaked and alive. Ball back on the east side. Punched over. West can go on the attack here, trying to close the game. High set outside left. Played by the East All-Stars. They keep the rally alive. Ball back on the west side. Banks is there. Dreyer sets up Gonzalez. Back row attempt. Diving play by Giannis keeps this one in play. East back on the attack. Now the West getting the ball. Off the net this time. That's off a block. Played again by the East All-Stars. Punched over. Played by the West. Gonzalez will try to pass it forward. Left side. Hit across. East on the rally. Center set this time. Isabel Soria puts it down. Got the point. For the East. They stave off a game point there with that extended rally. The East All-Stars to serve it up again. Quick set, left side. That carries over the net, crawls down the net, and falls for the game winner. The West All-Stars took the first game, and now they have game 2. Game 3 coming up after this.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Hi, we're Robert Mello's favorite cats, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. Right now, how about this 2017 Alfa Romeo Giulia, loaded up with power everything, a rear camera, dual climate, and today it's yours, $1,000 down and just $450 a month. Or, how about this, a 2014 Ford Mustang at 48,000 miles, leather seats, a shaker sound system, aftermarket exhaust, steering wheel controls, and a 5.0-liter engine. $23,999 today. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Hi, we're Sherryland Rattlers, and thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
Back here at McAllen Memorial High School on a Sunday as we continue our coverage of the 2019 Rio Grande Valley Volleyball Showcase featuring the East and West All-Star teams, the Texas Association of Sports Officials Volleyball Tip of Texas chapter. Rudy Zamaripa Jr. on the camera. I'm Joe Bowling with you. I'm here on Rio Sports Live, our coverage of high school volleyball. We wrap up what has been an extremely busy week. Ball on the west side as we start game 3. They won the first 2 games rather handily. East trying to get on the attack. Gonzalez puts that over, played by the West as the rally continues. One thing about this East team, they've been able to extend some rallies and win some long rally points. It's just getting a consistent scoring string together to put them in position to make a run. Clarissa Escobar back to serve after they score the first point here in game 3. High set, that's going to be on the sideline. That's going to be out of bounds. And a point scored by the East as 8 carries beyond the baton. So an early 2-0 lead for the East All-Stars. They'll serve it over. Maldonado there to pass that. Lexi Gonzalez from the back row. Puts that over. East is there to dig it. Ball back on the west side. High set center. Fuentes puts it down. 2-1 game as Fuentes was able to finish that one. Dennis Maldonado puts it over again. Played by the East All-Stars. Good set for Gonzalez, and she puts that away. Odalis Gonzalez says, I got a little extra over here. Makes it a 3-1 game. Odalis Gonzalez played Brownsville Hannah. Back to serve is Ailey Rodriguez. For the jump serve, that's a cross, and that's an ace. Ailey Rodriguez puts it down for the East All-Stars. She'll serve again. Gets that over, played up high, big swing by Fuentes. Nice dig that time by the East All-Stars. Punched over. West is there to cover it. Set up Gonzalez, tips it past the blocker, scores the point. 4-2. Fans watching on our social media, I just checked over here on our Facebook side. If we can get everyone that's watching right now to share the link. I just want to see how fast the numbers grow once other fans are made aware these games are going on. So I invite you please to share the link as you're watching this game if you're on our social media. Ball punched over, that's going to be in the net called against the East. And the West All-Stars will score. And now they'll be serving to try to tie the game up. East All-Star, Escobar on a back set for Jasmine Garcia. Couldn't control that. Point scored by the West, and we're tied at 4 apiece. Katia Cavazos back serving for the West All-Stars. Cavazos puts it across. Big pass by Rodriguez. Escobar the set for Gonzalez. Villarreal back there to dig that. Villarreal becomes the hitter. Got it over on the east side. Gonzalez becomes a setter for Jasmine Garcia. Off the block, scores the point. East takes the lead. Jasmine Garcia on the finish. Now she'll rotate back to serve. And her serve is across. The back corner, played by the West. Nice set up. Marburger that time on the approach. Ball back on the west side still. They get it over and score the point. Back to the net as contact was made on that. Macy Henderson checks into the game. She'll be serving. Henderson, right-handed server. Callum Memorial, she played her games right here on this floor, her home games. Dallas Gonzalez can't tip that one past the baton. Point scored by the West. West go up 6-5 as Henderson is ready to serve again. Timeout called first by the East. Our continued coverage for McCallum Memorial of the All-Star Games 2019 TASO 6A continues after this.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Silent Night? Yeah, right. Get boomin' sound this holiday season from D-Tronics. Like this JVC package deal with an AM/FM CD player with front USB and aux input, 200 watts of power, and a pair of 300 watt speakers for the front of your ride, and a pair of 6x9 400 watt speakers for the rear. Only $89. Or get this Pioneer AM/FM CD player with front aux, remote control, 5-band EQ for just $59. Christmas at D-Tronics for your auto, home, or business.
Back here after the timeout, the West All-Stars with the lead. Lexi Gonzalez on that hit, and that will carry through for the point. Wasn't one of the biggest hits by Lexi Gonzalez of the game, but it found the right spot. Macy Henderson to serve again. West All-Stars on top. They lead 2-0 in this best of 5. Driving play by the East will keep it alive on the left side. Spiked over, played by the West. Lexi Gonzalez off the net this time. Punched up in the air, kept alive. Blocked by Demi Banks, who's right there. Point scored West. That's McAllen and McCallum Memorial working together. Gonzalez and Banks. Henderson to serve. Short serve, that's gonna be a near ace. What a play by Gonzalez to keep that in play. High set for Lexi Gonzalez. Swings away this time, got the point. 9-5, but how about Odalis Gonzalez just somehow keeping that ball alive for the East All-Stars. Macy Henderson to serve again for the West. That's out of bounds. Point scored by the East. And on that exchange, substitutions will now check back in the game for the East All-Stars. Jasmine Sines rotates back. Sines out of Westaco. Gets that over. Good pass, right on the money for a back set for Gonzalez. Sines is there to dig that. Karam's off the ceiling though, and a point scored by the West. Evelyn Yanez is masterful at keeping balls in play, but that time, that Karam off the ceiling takes such a weird bounce at times. No way could she get to that. Serve over, that's an ace served up by the West. Lexi Gonzalez serves up another ace. She's had several of those here in this All-Star contest between the East and the West. Another serve across. Giannis is there with a pass. Signs the set on a back set to Guzman. Puts it over on the west side. Maldonado is able to put that away. Glennis Maldonado on the kill, and the West All-Stars extend the lead to 6. Substitution now for the East All-Stars. As Guzman checks out, Gio Godoy checks into the game. Serve over by Lexi Gonzalez, a short serve. Signs of the back set. Godoy puts it over. Pass, set, Banks tips it over. Played by the East, they'll set it up high left side off the double block. Ball still alive. West All-Stars will get to it. Maldonado puts it over. East back on the attack again from the center. Henderson's back there to cover that. Here's Maldonado again, off the block and got the point. Seven-point lead for the West All-Stars. Lexi Gonzalez serves it across. Line drive, that's an ace. Wow. That thing looked like it just had a downward trajectory from the word go. A good sinker ball from a pitcher. That serve goes out of bounds.
7-14.
7-point lead. Slaughter now checks back in the game to serve for the East All-Stars. Rebecca Slaughter out of Brownsville, Hannah. That's a rotation error on the West. That's the first of those we've had called all day in any of our games. Slaughter will serve again for the East All-Stars. Gonzalez is there with a good pass, a high set for Banks, off the blockers. That's a point score for the West. West All-Stars, again, coached by Ashley Doffing. From McCallum Memorial. East All-Stars, coached by Axel Valier out of Weslaco East this week. Another point for West on another ace. This time, Sydney Marburger serves up the ace. Marburger ready with another. Jump serve across. That is another near ace. After pinballing off the rafters, it will be another point for West. West All-Stars up by 9 here. Marburger to serve again. Gets that across. Good pass. Signs with a high set center. Soria went for the kill, but it carries out of bounds. Points scored by the West All-Stars. They extend the lead to double digits as Marburger serves again. Gets that one across. Ball at the net. Banks is there. Puts it down. Demi Banks. Marburger serves again. Marburger ready to roll. Another jump serve. That's an ace. Sydney Marburger flexing a little muscle at the service line. This rotation through. She'll serve again. A jump serve is across. Good pass this time. A high set for Ramirez out for her head. Point scored for the West. Marburger will serve another. Gets that on a short serve. Signs, punches it over. Henderson tries to set from the back row. Maldonado there. Ball up at the net, punched over. Lexi Gonzalez tips it over and then is tipped across for a point for the West. West All-Stars are just, everything's clicking right now. Marburger to serve again. Slaughter there to return it. One hands it from the back row, punched over, point scored for the East. Slaughter scored the point. Evelyn Yanez rotates back to serve.
Now serving Evelyn Yanez, running to the south.
Yanez is ready to go. Passed by Lexi Gonzalez for the West All-Stars. Set it off the net. That's in the net. And a point score for the East. Leslie Northcutt from Mission now on the front row for the West All-Stars. Served by the East is across. High set center. Debbie Banks has it blocked, punches it right back across and scores the point. And that's the way this game's went. And a domination at the net by the West All-Stars. Trying to close it out now. Demi Banks rotates back to serve. Banks gets it across. That's a near ace. Now played across off the tip. Maldonado the pass. They'll set it center. Fuentes. It's in the net. Point scored for the East All-Stars. The East again with players from Los Fresnos, Donna North, Harlingen, Brownsville, Hannah, Westaco East, San Benito, and Westaco. What a run we had from some of these teams this year through the regular season into the playoffs. High back set, Maldonado swings away. Ball back over on the west side. A high set, Maldonado from the left side puts it away. Glennis Maldonado now rotates back to serve. Trying to finish this off. Tips it over, played by the East All-Stars. Ball back over on the west side. Lexi Gonzalez to put it away. Back corner, it carries out of bounds. So the East All-Stars stave off one match point. They'll face another here. Haley Rodriguez back to serve. Haley Rodriguez from San Benito puts it in play. Good pass by the West All-Stars. A high set, Lexi Gonzalez puts it down, puts it away on her final swing here on this floor. 25-12, your final score. And the West All-Stars complete a 3-game sweep. That will do it for our broadcast. Our Hacienda She Has It player of the game. Why not give it to the player that just finished it off? What a career for Lexi Gonzalez while here at Mac High. Lexi Gonzalez, our She Has It Hacienda Ford player of the game. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. Again, I got to save my voice. I'm still dealing with whatever I got in the middle of volleyball season. It just won't go away. Rudy Zamaripa on the camera did a great job. Reminding you, tomorrow night we'll be in Rio Hondo for boys basketball action as Harlingen South takes on the Rio Hondo Bobcats. For all the volleyball fans that followed us throughout the season, from the summer into the season, into the playoffs, and now through the All-Star game, thank you for keeping track of our coverage. Reminding you, we'll be covering volleyball actions in the spring and summer when they all begin their quest once again. Till next time, I'm Joe Boland, Real Sports Live. Good night.